rothschildianum, hailing from the slopes of Mount Kinabalu in Borneo, is the largest of all the slipper orchids in terms of flower width, lateral spread, and they've been bred with so many different types of slippers in order to increase size, and the stripes and the spots and the frostiness on the staminode there, it's all meant to attract flies to fall into the little pouch and then pollinate the plant. Hey everybody, I am William Green, and these are my green pets housed in the greenhouses at Fantasy Orchids in Louisville, Colorado. I've been keeping my plants here for about a year. Since last August they've been here, and lots of good things have happened since I've had them here. This is Hal, the bulbophyllum labium, and unfortunately I didn't catch him on video in bloom this time. However, if you do follow me on Instagram, you would have seen some nice photographs of him from the past week. But as you can tell, there's a new flower bud pushing out, and he'll be in bloom again in 2 or 3 weeks. Phalaenopsis Arianna is finishing up. The oldest flowers have already fallen off, and it's losing a couple more every day. This plant was building a spike from mid-September until the beginning of March when it finally bloomed, and the flowers are very cute and have a nice sweet rosy fragrance and cute little shape with the little mustaches on the bottom there, but they do not last very long. I'd say 2 weeks max from open to close. So these will all be falling off soon, and Arianna will hopefully begin growing and putting out some leaves. Paph Appletonianum is also, this guy had been open for a few weeks as well. He was taken to judging, didn't do so great there, but I enjoy this flower. I think it looks really nice. Paph tonsum looks like it will be the next to bloom. It's got a little bud pushing up there. And Paph Callosum is actually showing signs of a bud as well. There's something very suspicious poking up in the middle of those leaves, and it has a little bit of fur on it. Usually furry things pushing out of leaves indicates some kind of a flower bud, so that's exciting. Can't wait to see that guy bloom. This is my Molasses Latifolia. It goes dormant in the winter, so as you can see, it's just a leafless bulb right now, but if you look at the base there, you'll see that this year's growth is starting to push out. And it's actually nice because it's green with some red spots all over it, and hopefully that will be pushing up and blooming in the next couple months. Now this is the developing leaf of a Catlair orchid. This is Catlair Rex. And I've had this seedling for 5 years, and I'm looking very much forward to that leaf opening because it is big enough to have a flower sheath inside. I really like the way that these Catlair leaves develop. They push out folded in half, but then as they start to mature, you start to see a line forming right along the middle there, and then the leaf will slowly start pulling itself apart, and in the end it will be nice and flat and quite firm as well. Here's one, a more developed new leaf that's already starting to kind of open up like that, and you can see the mature leaves are open up and very firm. They can't be folded back, so it's just kind of cool to see them open up and mature that way. A lot of exciting things happening with the Catlair Rex seedlings. Check out this new growth on this particular plant. The new growth is huge compared to the previous one, so that's great. It seems like that plant's taken a nice jump forward. This is the largest of the Catlair Rex seedlings that I have. It's actually got a new leaf pushing out in the back there, but if you can see in the front, that whitish thing, that is a sheath, and it had put out a sheath last year that didn't have any flowers in it. But this year's new growth started to pop out. Let's just zoom in a little bit closer here, and you can see where that little round, I think that's called an eye actually. It's like a growing point at the base of the pseudobulb. It's going to become the next growth. And you can see it split open. It's got that fresh green thing in there. It's going to start extending out, and it's going to grow up, and really hoping that it is going to have a flower sheath. And not just the sheath, but also some flowers might be nice. Looking forward to those. The whole collection of Cattleya seedlings are doing pretty well. They are all in various stages of growth, some of them much further along than others, but everybody is putting on new growth, new roots, and I've read that this species in particular, but I think a lot of Cattleyas are the same. They like winter sun. They like getting lots of light during the winter, and that really kind of kicks them into gear for growing the summer growing season. So looking forward to good things happening there. This little plastic tent is actually full of catasetums. I have 4 different ones in here, and I've actually potted these in tightly packed sphagnum moss this year, and each one of them is experiencing some growth. This is little Mormodia Jumbo World, which I've had for several years, and looking forward to a nice growth on him. He's putting out some roots. And next to that, this is a Catasetum mormotis hybrid that is new in my collection. I just got it in October when it was already dormant. So this new growth is pushing out. Looking forward to maybe some flowers on that. This is another Catasetum hybrid. This is pure Catasetum, and the hybrid name is Fong Sing. So that's going to be interesting. It's actually got 2 growths on it. One's just a little further along than the other one. And then finally, way ahead of everybody else, is the Cycnodes Wine Delight that's been growing for a good month now at least. And it's funny, after I videoed this, I looked down, and there's a snail right there at the base of the plant on the left side. So little snail was quickly removed from that situation. But yeah, the catasetums, they look good. I'm keeping them completely dry and under their little tent so they don't get watered by the automatic watering system in the greenhouse. And I'm going to really wait until those roots are really well developed before I start watering those plants, and hopefully they're gonna do well for me this year. Guys, that's it for my green pets this week. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you checking on them, and hope that you have a great growing week. And spring is here, guys, and I hope you get out there and enjoy it. So until next time, I'm William Green. Take care of yourselves. See you later.